Yo, Sage here, and in this video, I'm going to bring you a shiny Gyarados VGC build that I'm going to use in my Kitakami playthrough. So, it's a flying type, so my plan is to use this guy alongside a shiny Therian Landorus, with Earthquake possibly, just so that it could avoid the hit, and can put out some big damage against the enemy. Now, you might have noticed with the last video, but I'm trying to up my editing game. Still not amazing by any means, but slowly but surely I want to kind of get one thing better every video that I release. So with the last video, it was my scene transitions and my audio in and fade out. With this video, I'm trying to work on the voice aspect of things. So I want to try to avoid using phrases like and just other filler words. Now you can see, I didn't actually show myself shiny hunting the Magikarp because it was actually a really annoying process. It's a low-level Pokemon that only spawns in water biomes, so lakes, ponds, the likes, and I was looking for a outbreak of it. When I was doing so, I had to use when I found one actually, I had to use a shiny encounter sandwich, so level 3 sandwich, and that just boosted the rates of every Pokemon that was a water type in the area, and because I'm in a pond or a lake, that's just every Pokemon. So I was seeing Psyducks, Surskits, Magikarps, of course. Even though it was an outbreak for only Magikarp, I was just seeing every water type imaginable for that biome. But you can see this beautiful red specimen here as I'm leveling it up to 100 before I begin editing it into my VGC Pokemon. So first things first, I'm going to make it a Steel type. I'll show a graphic if I remember this time that'll show my EV training solution, as well as the Tera type is going to be Steel, because I'm going for a bulky attacker. Now, what that means is I want it to survive hits, so I'm going to teach it moves like Protect. I want it to be able to stop a setup of the enemy, so I'm going to teach it the move Taunt, and of course, I'm going to give it still some special attack, so I'm going to teach it the move Waterfall. So for now, let's look at this guy after I've taught it Steel, the Steel Tera type. So next things up is the item I'm going to give it, and that's going to be the safety goggles as you see here in a minute. Yep, so with the safety goggles, it's going to protect my Gyarados from sandstorms and any spore type attacks like Rage Powder. I'm not sure if it works against Sleep Powder actually, but aside from that, I'm going to give it the careful nature because, like I said, I want it to be a bulky attacker. And the careful nature is going to make its special defense go up. Of course, I'm going to sacrifice special attack, but I'm giving it some EVs and special attack to try to make up for it. Next up is the moves. Now, in my last video, I kind of skipped over this part. I'm probably going to do the same here because kind of teaching a Pokemon 4 moves is a tedious task in terms of editing. It's just a long one-shot video. So I'm teaching it Thunder Wave for that paralysis kind of slow Pokemon down. I mentioned before I'm teaching it Taunt to try to stop setups. I'm teaching it Protect because that's just a staple and we need it to survive big hitting moves against some Pokemon that we might be weak to. And finally, I'm teaching it Waterfall, and it's going to be actually its only offensive move. The rest are kind of just to help out Landorus. I actually ended up opting to keep the setup here because I didn't show it in my last 2 videos. I might as well show it at least once. So you're gonna see me look for these different TMs. I think Waterfall is the only move where I don't where the Pokemon already learns it as it levels up. So that's the only move you're gonna see me remember. Almost done here, but you might notice where I am at the moment. I'm right outside the Team Star Fairy base. Here, I'll be able to find just a bunch of Chanseys so long as I use the correct sandwich. You can use Fairy or Normal, but in my case, I'm going with Normal because if I use a Fairy type sandwich, I'm gonna have a similar situation as when I originally caught the Magikarp. The normal is only gonna allow Chanseys and maybe a few other Pokemon to spawn, but from my experience, the level 2 normal sandwich, for the most part, only spawns Blissey and Chansey. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am going for 252 HP EVs, and I'm gonna skip this process as well. It's just very long. I'm basically gonna battle 26 of each Pokemon here, so 26 chances for the full HP EVs. And I split up my special defense and special attack, I believe it was. So at the end of the day, I'm still gonna fight 26 Pokemon about, but it's just going to be split between 3 different stats. And the Gothorita, I believe, raises my special defense, so just gonna finish this up with the last Gothorita, and my stats will be maxed out. And I'll show them here in just a second. There you have it. Now, I don't actually show the actual graph view with the sparkling on the HP stat, because you can see the graph. It's kind of, they're maxed out, and it doesn't go much higher than what it's showing. Now, before I continue, I'm going to heal up my Gyarados and then EV train it. All of its stats are bad. They're not best, so I'm gonna use a gold bottle cap here to make it have perfect EVs. You may have noticed already though, but I've already used the phrases I'm trying to avoid about 3 times, but it's a lot less, I feel, than my last 2 videos. All that's missing here is to give my Gyarados officially the safety goggles. Once I do that, all I have to do is, as I've done in my last 2 videos as well, just give it the effort ribbon. And that'll complete my Gyarados VGC build. So here I am in Levincia, getting the effort ribbon. I've gotten it so far for my Chi-Yu, I've gotten it for my Rillaboom, this time for my Gyarados, and in my next video, spoiler alert, I'm going to be finishing up my Iron Hands VGC build, which is also going to be a part of my Kitakami deck, team. And I've actually already shiny hunted Iron Hands before, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that as well in my next video, but it is in my boxes already, so I can save myself some time. And like always, for my shiny Pokemon at least, I'm going to nickname my Pokemon. So for this one, I'm gonna give him the title of Ryujin, which is basically the Japanese sea serpent god of the sea and storms, I believe, actually. As always, like and subscribe if you liked the video. Please let us know what other content you might want to see, and let me know what else I could focus on in my editing. Thank you so much.